For race 9, the 7 News Fillies and Mares benchmark 62 over the 1350 metres. Here's the one, Chickerartie from the Stephen Lee stable. Jai Williams rides gate 3, takes 2 kilos off down to 59.
She looks outstanding, Chargy. She'll roll forward here. There's a race with not a lot of speed on paper after the scratchings, and I know Jai Williams is very confident he'll be hard to beat. I tend to agree. She's coming here in great form.
3 is La Petite Missile from the Alan Boyd stable. CJ Graham to ride gate 8, 59.5 kilos.
Meets Chickerartie 1 kilo better for their clash at Lismore, but was beaten 2.5 lengths. So they're getting closer together, but at this stage, just with their racing styles, I'll stick with the 1 over the 3.
The 5 is Quadri from the Kelly Schweiter stable. James Ormond to ride gate 9, 59 kilos first up.
Yeah, interesting runner, former Kiwi, first up for the stable out here. A couple of really quiet trials. Hard to get a guide on her. She looks well. We're looking at the market. There was good support for her early. It's just sort of steadying up now. We'll have to keep a close eye on that right to the death. Speaking of James Ormond, I think the intention is to probably go back from that draw.
6, Yes to Excess from the Chris Anderson stable. Bailey Wheeler to ride gate 6, takes 1.5 off down to 57.5 kilos.
Well, she tends to get back because she has developed the habit of missing the start. None more so than last time at Doomben where she completely messed up the start. So that was a forgive run. If she's a bit better out today and can just keep in touch with them, she will be screaming home down the outside.
Yes to Excess, the favourite here in the last. 6-3, 112 for race 9, a benchmark 62. I won't hold it long. We've got to hear from Paul Joyce here, but keen on the 6. He just needs that little bit of luck in transit. The 3, La Petite Missile, the 1, Chickerartie, and the 12, Despereaux. Joyce.
And that's me, Chargy. Despereaux, 12, 1, 6 and 8. Loved the first up run. Well drawn today. Market support. It's a lot riding on this. If you saw the preview, you'll know why. Number 1, Chickerartie, I think rolls forward, looked terrific. The 6, Yes to Excess, it's all about how she gets out of the gates and how much start she gives them today. But she's been well back late. And 8, In a Minute Riley rounds out my top 4, 12, 1, 6 and 8. Been a fantastic day's racing here at Ipswich on a soft 5 track as the sun begins to set. 9 race card. Thanks for your help, Chargy. Terry Spargo has called most of the action, bar the first half of race number 1. Let's head upstairs to call them home in the lucky last.
Quadri. The trio still out of the stalls. Yes to Excess down to 260 with Tab. Despereaux at 420. And now the line looks right. All in now by the looks. Fillies and Mares over 1,350. Starters up. Waiting for the light, which is on now. Oh, there's plenty of movement. Now the gates are back. Away. Prospectiva from the inside jumped well. Doesn't have a great deal of early speed. Despereaux came out fast. La Petite Missile and Chickerartie were quickly away. When they settled fully into stride, Chickerartie goes looking for the fence and the lead. On the inside of La Petite Missile, Despereaux is third. On the inside of In a Minute Riley, 2 lengths away is Cairdeas. On the outside of Prospectiva, then Yes to Excess, Feathers Are Blue, and Quadri went back to the rear. Chickerartie, the leader, going past the half-mile marker, led by 3 parts of a length over La Petite Missile. Despereaux a length away third. In a Minute Riley fourth and 1 deep. Prospectiva is on the inside of Cairdeas. Then Feathers Are Blue around Yes to Excess, who's back second and third last before the corner. Quadri whipped them in. Chickerartie still 3/4. La Petite Missile before the bend. Despereaux is 2 lengths off the pace. Then In a Minute Riley and Prospectiva. Feathers Are Blue is peeling wide. Chickerartie turned in front and with a kick. La Petite Missile, Despereaux are both ridden giving chase. It's Chickerartie in front at the 150. Despereaux, La Petite Missile are chasing. They're chasing in vain. Chickerartie, much too good. Chickerartie won from Despereaux. Quadri from the back. Fourth might be Prospectiva from La Petite Missile. Feathers Are Blue. Then Cairdeas, followed by In a Minute Riley, and Yes to Excess came in at the tail.
Well, Chickerartie, you mentioned her from the yard, Joyce. She paraded super for Stephen Lee, and she continues to keep winning. Jai Williams in the saddle. just out in front going. Despereaux tried so hard, just seemed to lose a little traction on the corner, had to pick up and chase, but Chickerartie was off and gone. What about the runner Quadri? That was huge, was pulling double out the back and really launched at the line. One to follow out of that for sure from the Swedish stable. 1-12-5 and 3. La Petite Missile has run fourth. The favourite just never really got into the race. That was Yes to Excess, but all honours Chickerartie.
Absolutely. Ran up to her looks. So she looked fantastic in the yard. She got complete control. Jai Williams switched her off, got some cruisy splits, and she was just full of running, turning for home. And you could see Despereaux chasing, niggled along, but was never really going to be able to catch the leader. Quadri, run of the race, absolutely ripped home. They've come home in 35.3, which is fast compared to what they've done all day. And number 3 has wound up your first 4. So we were close, Chargy, but we didn't quite get there today. 1, 12, 5 and 3 your numbers in the lucky last here at Ipswich. No sign of Stephen Lee, is there?
I think he's strapping. He's doing the strapping duties today.
All right, we'll let him off then. He's off the hook today, Stephen. And Chargy, well, thanks for coming down and joining me this afternoon. It's been always fun to catch up. We've found a few winners, and now it's time to enjoy what you usually enjoy after the last on a Friday. But thanks again for your help. We'll catch up with you again shortly. Thanks to all the crew on track. Thanks to everyone at Sky Channel back in Sydney for bringing us the pictures. Enjoy your weekend. Good luck on the punt. Don't go anywhere. We've got Formline Extra coming up next.